Hey guys, welcome back to the channel, and today we're gonna be reacting to
K-pop just hit a new low and it's called VVS. Diamonds on my chain.
4, 5, 6, 7.
Hi guys, where's the outrage for the girl group VVS? VVS is a new rookie group that debuted with Diamonds in My Mouth, which might just be the worst thing I've heard all year. And no, it's not even just the embarrassing
We don't have outrage because we didn't react, but guys, should we react to them? I don't know.
mm,
Why do I feel like we've reacted to VVS before?
I don't know.
attempt at hip-hop that's the problem. It's the lyrics. Straight up vile. The girls are between 15 and 21, and let me read you the lyrics. Diamonds in my mouth. Boys talking down. Got them diamonds in my mouth. Which translates to look at me flexing wealth and
It's okay, we won't react.
dismissing men like a rapper twice my age. It's trying
This is Young Posse 2.0.
Oh wow.
to sell
I remember
hyper-materialistic
you making
braggadocious
this
energy
comment
in a
about
way that
somebody. Maybe it was them.
I did?
Mm-hmm.
coated with sexual undertones when you're repeatedly invoking boys in relation to your mouth. Next up, bleach it clean white, small diamonds spitting fire. This is a weird flex for minors. The wordplay with spitting fire is meant to sound like both rap skills and wealth, but whitewashing and fire in the mouth with diamonds starts sounding like they're tiptoeing around oral innuendo while flaunting luxury. Another line says, yeah, she bad. Korean Lil Kim. Rana is 18 calling herself the Korean Lil Kim, a rapper infamous for her explicit and raunchy sexual lyrics. This isn't just inappropriate, it's an actual PR stunt using the legacy of an adult sex icon to brand literal teenagers. Then we have the line, I like the color, there's no blank space, lighting up the sky.
Like the color, there's no line. I hope the sky swimming at night. I mean, this is kind of taken out of context a little bit, to be fair. I don't kind of...
Why?
No, the line, I don't really... I mean, it doesn't seem as a bad line itself. I just kind of feel like, where does it fit in? You need to kind of see before and after to, because this in itself, I like the color. There is no blank space, lighting up the sky, swimming at night.
What do you take from that?
Nothing.
Okay, so
But
what do
at
you
the
like
same
about
time,
it?
no, I don't like anything. But I don't see anything that we should be outraged of. Like, they're actually trying to say something. It's just,
That's the problem.
what's the problem?
They're trying and not doing.
No, but we need to see before and after. Maybe they like it's a metaphor or something. I don't know. Like you take two lines and take two lines out of any J. Cole's music, it's probably gonna be like, I don't know what the fuck he's talking about. This is a little, yeah, I don't know about this one.
Sky, swimming at night, which can pass off as artsy if adults sang it, but again, minors here, these metaphors feel suggestive, especially when stacked with all the wealth, luxury, and get low references that follow. Then we reach the chorus, yeah, F them boys, repeated multiple times. Excuse me? This isn't even subtle. This line is delivered in the chorus shared by minors. It's literally shouted by 15 and 16-year-olds and it's not bleeped. You've got Jiu, who's 16 singing F them boys like she's been through 5 messy divorces and a felony trial. Where is the supervision? Fill them with lead and we leave in them hollow? It's a graphic violence.
Fill them with lead and we leave them hollow. I mean, okay, if Lil Durk said that, you know, it would land hard, but these girls, they ain't never touched a gun before, so it's a little weak.
Metaphor coming from a 15
Or 21 Savage.
It could also mean pencil.
How does hollow refer to pencil?
Like our writing is so hard, we leave them like with nothing to say, like no response. Like we leave them speechless.
Okay. I mean, we're reaching here, definitely we're reaching, but I see your point, okay. If Eminem did this, it would be a triple entendre. If they're doing
Really?
it. Well, yeah, because what you're saying is one, like, that's a good interpretation. To me, straightforward one, fill them with lead, we're leaving them hollow. It's hollow point bullets, you know, fill them with lead.
And what's the third?
I could find one, but I don't care.
15-year-old. Who wrote this? A GTA character? One of the Korean lyrics translate to EMS with red
EMS is speeding down the highway for... What is EMS?
rubies, speeding down the
Emergency.
highway fearless, which isn't just inappropriate, this is irresponsible. The imagery is glorifying reckless behavior, crime chic, and luxury excess. And again, it's rapped by Lee One who's 15, flashing my smile.
Like the
you buy-
EMS, the flashing lights.
Flash you my spell, you buy my jewel. When you kiss my lips, you're biting VVS jewels. Okay, that's a little whack.
my jewel. When you kiss my lips, you're biting VVS's jewel. Are you kidding me? They snuck a mouth diamond oral innuendo into a song sung by a literal child. That bite the jewel when kissing lips line? Stop, this is disgusting.
Well, I don't know. You know, I hate this how we pick on like we acting like children, not children. Teenagers don't have sex and they don't do shit like this.
But it's not like promoted either. You can't say that. It can happen, but it's not promoted.
Like to me,
If anything, what they try to do is like encourage safe sex, but they're not actively promoting
okay,
teenagers
fair
to have
enough.
sex.
We're not.
No one is.
Yeah, but this is like that hollow point bullet. You know, the lead hollow. Yeah, that to me for kids, for them singing it is whack. This line, I mean, it's too many jewels. Jewel rhyme with jewel is just weak. You gotta rhyme. I guess they're not actually rhyming jewel with jewel. They.
Here I can see it's inappropriate because jewel can also be referred to your private areas, like your jewels, your family jewels.
I'm trying to see if they're using the same Korean characters. Because I just rhyming the same word with the same word is whack, but this is a translation, so I don't know if it's they're actually doing the same word. I mean, what you said is a double entendre again. I mean, if that's what they are saying, there's the good writers. They have a good writer.
There. It's there.
They have a good
and I
writer.
feel like that's what typically they do when they try to have like a young group and they're trying to sexualize them.
Bless you.
Thank you.
It's sexualized imagery thinly disguised as metaphor, and the youngest member is singing this. But wait, it gets worse. Unalive that kitty. That's her dying wish. We have reached peak vile. This is overtly graphic sexual slang.
So what is
Unalive
this?
not a
Very
hit.
good.
That line doesn't belong in a grown adult song, let alone a track performed with
up.
minors.
I'ma look
This
up
alone
them-
should have had the
look
label
them
in
up.
legal meetings. Double the profit. I'm trying to get rich. Money is king. Baby, I am a prince. This line reinforces.
Double the I'm trying to get rich, money is king. Okay, this is a Lisa type of line. Okay, let me see. VVS. Who we got here?
I'm
Six
over
member
it.
South Korean group.
I'm over it. Not interested. What is there to look up?
I want to see their ages.
They told you.
I don't
16,
know.
15.
One is 21. Another is 19. This one is about to be 19 in June, so 18. Yeah,
Come on.
these are younger, a
They're
little
young.
younger. Couple two and underage girls. The youngest is what?
It's just a little bit off-putting. Even like still like 18, 19.
The
like,
youngest
okay.
is about to turn 16 in 2 days.
And I also think because people
Oh wait, one of the girls don't have any info, so I don't know.
the generation, you could be 40 but you're still very young. 40 is not the same as it was back then.
Right.
So a lot of people are looking at them like, okay, these are kids. I do not want to hear 18, 19-year-old, even though if they can be considered legal, you don't want to hear them sing this. Like, that's just like, you were just in Pampers just the other day, you know?
For me, I really don't care about the age. It's about who they are, how they carry themselves. If these
do you
girls
mean?
came out from the streets, they were about what they're saying they're about, I wouldn't be bothered. But these girls went through a trainee system. Like, come on. They're just so weak. Like, if they were really from the streets shooting hollow point bullets at people,
You would be
doing whatever
concerned,
stuff.
what city did they came from? Like,
Then I'd be
this?
like, okay, that's because then no, but that I'm saying that's really what they did, like what they do. That's what they're about. So if if they're having sex at 16, that's they're just describing their lifestyle. But if that's what they truly do, I can't hate on that. But I know that's not what they do, so that's why comes up
it's
gimmicky.
not about hate or not. It's just like is this the content people want to reward and consume?
Well, we're about to see how they do.
They're not doing well, obviously. They just hit a new low.
How do we know that?
In the title.
No, no.
Just hit a
Well,
new
that's
low,
her
and then it's
opinion, though.
VVS.
That's her opinion.
You know what? She's
We'll
onto
see.
something.
We'll see the numbers.
Forces materialism
I
and
never heard of
hypercapitalism through kids, not
We've getting their videos pushed to us. Like I keep seeing the name, we just never clicked on it.
shocking but still gross in this context. So you're a prince chasing a king? What are we even saying here? The metaphor is all kinds of broken. And once again, we've got literal children equating their value with money and power, not skills, not artistry, just profit margins and status. You're not idols, you're dollar signs and pigtails at this point. Then there's this trash line. I hit the dentist like a lil menace. They open my mouth to a solar eclipse. It sounds.
Have you seen the music, the video? Oh my god, the movie Dennis the Menace?
Mm-hmm.
Wasn't there something with the dentist?
Possibly. I don't know why.
It was old, long time ago. I don't remember. No, I'm thinking if that's what they're referring to.
Sounds cheeky until you remember the track's title is Diamonds in My Mouth and the whole song revolves around what's inside the mouth being valuable, shiny, and desirable. These are not just dental bars. This is a euphemism that keeps circling sexual and status-loaded innuendo. Then we get the Biden line, asleep in the back. Got me feeling like Biden? What? Was this supposed to be? A diss? A flex? A joke? It's trying to sound clever but lands like a soggy meme from a 2020 Facebook page.
I'm
Using
done.
the image of an elderly president dozing off to describe your swagged out
Yo,
energy
this
in a
is
presidential
good.
car. It's
This
vastly
is
tone deaf.
good.
This ain't
I love these
commentary.
lines.
It's giving wrote this in the
Asleep
notes
the
app
back,
while
I'll
half
be
watching
fisting
CNN.
like
And again,
Biden.
this is being rapped by teenagers. They probably don't even know what the joke means. It's like someone
Yeah, they
handed them
definitely
out of
don't know what
context
this
Twitter
means.
roast and told them here, say this, it's American. Girl, no, this ain't it. Name your price cause we cost triple. This line is straight from the Bad Girl for Sale starter pack, and it
This is not a bad line.
How do you take this line?
Because they cost triple, you know, the VVS, 3 letters.
Uh-huh.
That's not a bad line. This is not a bad. Overall, like the lines are not like there's some solid punchlines, and there's a couple double entendres we sitting here reaching. You know, we can find meaning in them. It's just who are saying these lines is really what's the issue here.
reeks of commodification. Name your price? For what exactly? Because when a teenage girl says that with the context of luxury, sexual energy, and flashing diamonds, it doesn't sound like power. It sounds like child-coded objectification. They're not even pretending this isn't transactional anymore. This debut was a PR disaster wearing a grill. VVS was packaged like a Gen Z rap girl group. But inside that shiny box was a deeply irresponsible mess with explicit lyrics shoved into the mouths of literal teenagers. Diamonds in My Mouth is not just bad taste. It's a blueprint for grooming culture in K-pop. No kid should be singing about unaliving kitties, F-boys, or oral diamonds. This is what happens when labels chase clout over conscience and nobody steps in to say, hey, maybe let the 15-year-old sit this one out. Like, don't
Well, oral diamonds in itself, the grills. I don't know why it's problematic that the kids sing about the grills. That in itself is whatever. I mean, it's to me comes off fake because they're not rich. But if you know somebody rich from Chaebol family started to be a rapper and they started to sing about grills, I mean,
I don't know. It's like
they got the money.
I
Why
don't,
the fuck
well,
they
you
can't
have to
sing about it?
remember their age too as well, because you have to think about it. What is the age in their context to get a tattoo? It's probably like a older age, and even if so, there's still taboos with it of what it can associate with. So, in the context of getting grills in the mouth,
But
what
grills is just
age?
like a mouth
What
guard,
age?
really.
What
It's not
age is
permanent.
not seen that way in its context?
That's
Because it could be viewed as
I don't
maybe
know. I don't.
wasteful just to put jewelry in your
You're
mouth.
right, but if they got
Or
the money, then
like,
they got the money.
but we know that they don't. So
And no, I understand that, but I'm
to
saying
me,
the
it's
grills
like,
in itself is not
to
problematic.
me itself, it's like the girls don't look credible to
That yes.
give this energy that they're girls that have grills in their mouth.
No, that I agree with.
That is upsetting to girls who
Um,
actually do have grills in their
Okay,
mouth.
but I'm saying the grills in itself is not problematic because
I'm
of
not
age.
saying that.
But that's
well,
what I was
well,
saying.
that person. What? Oh, you know, at 16 got grills in their mouth.
If the parents are rich, they can afford grills. They can get
But you
grills.
know that's
There's
not the
nothing.
situation. So you have to focus
But
on them.
That's not what I'm saying. Oh my God, I'm saying the grills in itself, 16-year-olds wearing grills is not problematic. She's dissing it as if it's problematic. It's not.
It could be seen that way. Like what business you have, unless you're
You
part
have
of
the money,
No,
you can wear the
no. How many
grills.
of the people you know have the money
I
to
don't
do
know
that?
anybody
It's
rich.
very, if they do, if it's very small,
my-
and
okay,
most
yeah,
likely it's
whatever.
not
Let's-
them.
let's-
But it's true. It's most likely
That's not what I'm
them.
saying.
So
I'm
what
not
are you
s-
saying?
I said it's fine. Let's move on.
No, what are you saying? Because it
It-
doesn't make sense
I
to
said what I
me.
said 3 times. You keep arguing about
No, but
what I
what is
said.
it? What are you saying?
I said the grills in itself, 16-year-old who can afford wearing grills at 16, there's no issues.
That's unlikely.
even
Unlikely
get me started
scenario.
on the appropriation of African American vernacular English, and not in an inspired, respectful way. No, this is blatant cultural cosplay. These girls are mouthing off like they're straight out of Atlanta's underground scene, but they've never even held a mic outside a choreographed showcase. It's theatrical imitation of black identity with zero context and zero lived experience. Got them diamonds in my mouth? Boys talking down? Classic AAVE structure, dropping the auxiliary verbs. F them boys? Crass AAVE phrasing used for aggressive flexing. I hit him once, then he blow me a kiss. I'm gonna be here a while. If you wanna wait out the storm, these lines mimic the tone, cadence, and braggadocio of southern black rap queens. They're mimicking a dialect born from resistance, oppression, and cultural pride. But they're using it like it's a trendy Instagram filter. It's linguistic blackface. What's worse, it's being spewed by a 15-year-old Korean girl who probably doesn't even know what AAVE stands for. They're parroting a voice that was never theirs to begin with, and doing it while
AAVE. What does that mean?
You have all this commotion. You don't even know what it is.
I don't know what it is.
This is the vernacular that you see.
Oh,
that,
African American vernacular. That's what it
yes.
means. Oh,
Now you quick. But that's what
I
I'm
just
trying
never
to
heard
say.
the term before.
No,
AABE.
let me tell you. Let me explain this very quickly. If you see someone 16 and they're acting like this in school, they're gonna be called. The parents gonna be called into the school. This is not appropriate here because at this age, this is not how a 16-year-old or child should act. If you act like this is like you have to really actually come from that
No,
lifestyle.
but that's exactly what I'm saying. Yeah, I'm saying if you come from that, then
But
do you.
the
But I
thing
know
is
they
that
don't come from that.
the
So
thing is that we know that they
yeah,
don't
they
come
don't come
from
from
that. So
that.
why do we have to be general? That's my problem. Like, let's not pretend like, oh yeah, this is like normal. This is not
No,
normal. Let's
I'm not
talk in this
pretending. I'm saying if
context.
you come up from that and that's what you're about and that's what you sing
Mm-hmm.
about, I have no problems. The problem I have is that they're fake. They come out, they race through the trainee system.
Mm-hmm.
They don't know nothing about nothing, and that's what they're saying. That's the problem. The content in itself is not problematic. Is who is this associated with the content?
Butchering it into nonsensical TikTok punchlines. This isn't homage. This is colonialism with a beat drop.
So the
Calling
whole video is about VVS, really?
Yeah,
it
and I'm
hip-hop
over.
is an
I was
insult.
over it
It's
after
K-pop
like
trying
the
to sell
first
cartoonish
3
bad girl energy
minutes.
through girls who legally need parental consent to work after 10 p.m. They've got the formula down. Designer name drops, faux aggression and flex bars about money and status. But there's no authenticity behind any of it. You think these kids know what it means to come up from the streets? Please, they're fresh out of bubble tea dance classes and getting fitted for custom grills. This isn't empowerment, it's performance.
It's
and
just annoying because it's all gimmicky.
Yes,
The name is
exactly.
gimmicky, how their act is gimmicky. At least let it be real, so when you see them do an interview, you
Yeah.
can connect with the girls better. So how are they gonna act when there's an interview? I don't know.
I don't know.
not the empowering kind, it's lip syncing other people's struggles for clout. The hip hop aesthetic in this context isn't just off, it's irresponsible, especially when the group is using it as a gateway to sexualized personas for minors. The song is drenched in sexual undertones, and that alone is stomach churning given the members' ages. You bite my jewel when you kiss me? That's an oral metaphor, no matter how you spin it. Trunk in the front, give me whatever I want? Hinting that luxury implies sexual reward. And who's singing these? 15-year-old? 16-year-old? It doesn't even matter that member Brittany is an adult. She's part of a group where the minors are parroting these same lines. So the whole track becomes a factory-sealed nasty fantasy. This isn't empowerment, it's not reclamation. It's grooming behavior in 4K. Their debut is drenched in aesthetics and language that scream I'm grown, but it's being executed by people who aren't even legally allowed to sign their own contracts. And the company, MZMC, clearly decided that pimping out youth through rap bravado was the winning move. Because sexy minors rapping about violence and bedroom play apparently looked good on a pitch deck, this isn't just a VVS problem. This is a systemic rot spreading through K-pop like mold behind glittered walls. Labels are manufacturing hood aesthetics for profit while erasing the black roots of the genre. They're training minors to flirt with adult concepts before they've even graduated middle school. And worst of all, they're banking on the audience being complicit, because the international fans? They're too distracted by the beat and
The
stylists to
thing
raise red
is
flags.
that when the signs are there, everyone is ignoring. And then when it's too late, everyone's like, oh my God. And that's when they want to cancel someone. I said, no, you saw the signs. The signs are right in front of you.
What signs are we talking about?
The signs where, okay, the girls, they're doing things that can be very sexual and put them in a place where they can be assaulted. Because if you're putting out this persona, you're not saying that you're asking for it, but you're creating an environment that draws in that kind of attention. And these girls are young, and I don't know if they can fight.
I hear what you're saying.
The Korean public? Largely unbothered because the hip-hop concept is seen as cool and foreign. Nobody's stepping in to scream this is freaking wrong. This track doesn't exist in a vacuum. It's part of a trend of underage hypersexualization plus stolen black vernacular plus artificial rebellion that K-pop's been towing for years. But Diamonds in My Mouth is the most egregious culmination of it all. It's like someone fed all the worst industry sins into an AI and told it to create a debut song, which isn't edgy, isn't fierce, isn't bold. It's predatory propaganda masquerading as pop art. From the lifted AAVE to the violent sexual lyrics shoved into the mouths of minors, to the empty cosplay of hip-hop culture. Every single choice screams exploitation. It's a label weaponizing identity, youth, and black aesthetics for views, virality, and controversy clicks.
Can I see the
Interesting.
comment?
Yeah. These lyrics make my skin crawl to an extreme end. I couldn't even get through the whole song. The amount of people absolutely eating it up and not seeing anything wrong with it is generally concerning. VVS debut wasn't a mess. It was the whole meteor hitting the earth during the dino era.
I feel like maybe, I don't know, maybe the people don't know their age, and at first glance, maybe think, oh, okay,
Doesn't matter
that's
their
them.
age.
I
To
don't, because on the first listen, I don't know how people can take it, you know?
to me, is any act in K-pop singing stuff like that is just, I know you're not about that. Why are you saying that? You're gonna spray someone with lead and leave them hollow? Really? Come on now.
Okay. Guys, of course, let us know your thoughts. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Join the Discord. And as always, 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 share as much kindness as possible.